Berber village, pretty much in the middle of nowhere.
Very crazy Tunisian.
All the things they
day.
say not to do, we done yesterday.
Cheers. I cannot believe that we are in a tiny little village sat in a cave.
Star Wars. I'm not even sure what I'm supposed to do with this.
Good afternoon from Berber, Tunisia. Today we are leaving the island and embarking on a little bit of an adventure. We are heading to a tiny Berber village, pretty much in the middle of nowhere, and we're still not certain how we're going to get there. We've been told there is a bus from a bus station, and if not, it's 2 or 3 luages. Wish us luck. So, it turns out that there is a direct bus to the small village that we're going to of Matmata, but it doesn't go until 2:30, we think. Again, this is completely broken English, so we have a couple of hours and we've come into the Medina, into El Fondouk, to have a quick coffee while we wait. And this place is lovely. And we got some cheese-filled brick.
They look very nice. Filling the time for another half an hour.
Fantastic. Our way of paying for the bus is now not happening. It's swallowed our card. This easy travel day, it's just gonna get a little bit funner. Luckily I have one card, but we now need to get internet to cancel that card. So it turns out the bus wasn't running, and after 2 luages we have made it to Matmata. The first luage took us back to my favourite bus station in Gabez. Then we were just picked up on the side of the road by a random luage driver that has taken us to this tiny Berber village, and we actually paid 26 dinar, good evening, so about £7 for the whole luage to ourselves for 1 hour into the middle of nowhere. And then I realised my audio hasn't been working, so everything that I've filmed today hasn't happened, but we have made it to Matmata in the middle of nowhere to the Star Wars hotel. Get me a beer. Cheers. I cannot believe that we are in a tiny little village sat in a cave and they have beer. This is so needed after day. I actually feel really sorry for the average man, woman in Tunisia. It is not an easy country to travel by public transport, but we've made it. I've got my Celtia, I'm watching the football. I'm in a Star Wars hotel. They say the journey is the essence of the adventure, and that is definitely the blooming case in Tunisia. It is incredibly difficult to travel by public transport, but welcome to Matmata in the middle of nowhere. After getting 2 or 3 buses getting cancelled, losing credit cards, we have made it to this tiny Berber village, famous for its troglodyte dwellings, and we're actually staying in one. We're actually staying in a Star Wars hotel. It was used by the creator George Lucas to film scenes in the first Star Wars movie and was actually Luke Skywalker's home. Do you want to know a secret? I've never watched Star Wars.
We are literally in the middle of nowhere. We arrived late last night after jumping in a randomer's bus all by ourselves. Very crazy Tunisian
All the things they
day.
say not to do, we done yesterday.
Typical travel error, but we made it safely to this remote Berber village. Throughout Tunisia there's actually numerous locations where Star Wars was filmed, and they say that George Lucas got a lot of his inspiration from these villages.
We're actually staying in a bit of a Tunisian tourist attraction. All the Star Wars geeks jump off the bus, turn up and observe us in our room. The coolest thing about where we are staying for me is not the Star Wars aspect, but the troglodyte dwellings that we are staying in. They are essentially a house built underground where they will keep you cool in the summer and warm in the winter. And look at this one right behind me. Apparently in Matmata over 2,000 people still live like this today.
I can see why they chose this location, because it really is otherworldly. You're in the desert, you've got the mountains, the remote village, and then these underground cave
You'd have to be
houses.
so careful. If you went out, had a few too many beers, you could literally just fall into someone's hole.
There's no barrier, so there is literally a straight drop. But this is actually where we stayed last night, where we were woken up to lots of tourists looking down on us. I just think the whole thing is really unique.
To design this is just so impressive. You can see we have the little courtyard there, and then all the hotel rooms, and we have a palm tree growing out of our room.
There's literally a baby camel outside our hotel. Hello. I'm kind of scared.
Did you know that this camel actually featured in all 6 Star Wars movies?
I don't think so, it's a baby.
What is her name? Is it a boy or a girl? Is it a boy or a girl?
Girl.
Girl. And her name?
Masoud.
Masaoud.
Aw, she's only 6 months old. Hello. Oh, no, I'm scared. No, it's okay, thank you. I'm scared of camels.
A camel in our car park, only in Matmata.
It's kind of what you expect to find in a remote Berber village. And then you have also the big sign for Star Wars.
And this is our hotel lobby. You can actually come and visit the Star Wars set for 1 dinar, so 25 pence.
There's literally Star Wars paintings everywhere.
Can you name the 3 of them? Because I can't.
No, I also haven't watched Star Wars, but don't tell anyone.
Good morning. So this is breakfast?
Yes.
And what do we have? What is everything here?
Here the confiture, partisan, milk, coffee.
Amazing. I'm excited. We'll be like 5-10 minutes and we'll come and have Star Wars breakfast. Shukran.
Thank you.
Oh, thank you so much. You are now a real, what are they called? Star Wars person?
I'm not even sure what I'm supposed to do with this. I don't know what they did in the movie, but...
It's a lightsaber, right?
Yeah, this is a lightsaber, and this is the prop that I was given, and this is actually where Star Wars was filmed. This whole area here, and you just got me with my lightsaber just waving it around.
And I want to know what this is. Is it like a telecommunication type thing?
I have no idea.
So this is known as the Lars Homestead, where Luke Skywalker stayed in the first Star Wars movie. We also have some new additions that weren't in the Star Wars movie. We have a bar, which is great, which I'll be checking out tonight. And we've got a little museum with all the memorabilia and photos of when it was filmed.
You can actually see the original set, or the original part of the movie there. Here is where we just were, where they're sitting around eating.
Oh, can you see this? This one? This
Yeah,
is
that's
literally out there. Well,
That's where we were when we were going downstairs. I've just...
you just ruined the memorabilia.
It's the lightsaber's fault. Thank you.
I really feel like we need to watch the films now.
We really do, but we do have a Star Wars breakfast to get through first. We've got our eggs, the bread, the coffee, the milk, and Tunisian cheese. Oh, and jam. This is needed this morning. Tastes like Star Wars.
That was very solid Berber coffee. What was even more impressive is the fact that we just had breakfast inside a cave of a troglodyte dwelling that dates back 1,000 years. We're actually going to have dinner there again tonight. It's called Restaurant Couscous, but we need to show you our very own little dwelling. You can get a little lost here because you get so many of these big open courtyards, and they like interlink underground into numerous other courtyards. So I've got to find Molly and I can show you our room.
Honestly, these dwellings are so cool, but they were actually built pretty much in a circle, so all the rooms are dotted around. As you can see behind me, our rooms are here, we have rooms here too, and the very cool thing about them is the names of the rooms. We have Yoda, we have George Lucas, and we have Luke Skywalker. Ours is Mon Mothma. Now, I did have to check who that is.
Yeah, who is it?
It's a lady who apparently, that is here, she was a character, a leader of the Galactic Senate's loyalties faction. Means nothing to me,
You
but...
Star Wars geeks are going to be loving this.
Come on in. It's quite dark in here because it is a cave, but welcome to our cave dwelling. We've got the 2 lights, it's very simple, it's effective, it's warm in here, we have our bed.
I slept so well last night.
I slept very well. It's like a little cosy little hole.
We have just met the hotel boss Ayub, and we have headed 17 kilometers outside of Matmata to Tam Rezet. This is another Berber village. The Berbers, the ethnic North Africans, and this is probably even more local.
Ayub actually has a couple of spots that he wants to take us to here. I mean, like, this is such a cool and unique experience. We thought we were coming for the Star Wars hotel, and now we've ended up in a
It doesn't get much more local than this place.
This is as local as it gets.
Look at this place. You wouldn't find this in many places in the world, and right there, just outside this house, is the Berber flag on the wall right there.
We were just asking Ayub what this like pyramid dome type thing is on top of the roofs, and it turns out that this is actually the old mosque, over 100 years old. Obviously now it's not in use because they have a newer mosque.
I like the old one.
I like the old one too.
Hello. Salam.
This is the Berber house, and this is the Berber mezi for women.
When they get married?
Yeah.
They would wear this.
Yeah.
So Molly, if you want
If
to
I get married, I can wear this?
Yes, of course. You sleep here.
So it turns out there's actually a Berber museum in Tamerzet, and it basically just shows you what a traditional Berber house is like. This is the room, this is the bedroom for when you get married.
Get your Berber women in here.
Super fancy. But yeah, it's like all underground. It's so cool.
Traditional Berber men's shoes. I think Berber men had very small feet. And you know what small feet means?
Small socks.
£5 dinar each that was, so like £1 to experience a traditional Berber home. We're now actually just waiting to go into the Berber calf with the Berber dolls for the whole village. A lot of them are actually abandoned now and they've built newer Berber homes, but it's so vast, it's so unique how they use just this dry rock sediment to create a village pretty much in the middle of nowhere. Oh wow, that's amazing. Come on, you're gonna hold it.
I'll hold it.
Are you jealous? He's jealous.
You're jealous?
You are now officially a Berber.
And the Berber dog is jealous.
Are almost 100 years old.
Wow.
Yeah. We speak the Amazigh language here in Tamerzet, but with people who aren't from here, we speak the Tunisian dialect. And so في يوم قلت مرة قلت مزرعة قلت برني في مزرعة. Language Amazigh. Welcome to Tamerzet.
That was amazing.
Yeah,
thank you so much.
Thank
How
you.
do you say thank you in Amazigh?
Tenemert.
Tenemert.
Tenemert is thank you. You are welcome. Fumia.
Fumia.
The color represents the sea.
Okay.
Yeah. The green color represents the mountains, and the yellow the desert.
Wow.
Okay.
It's beautiful.
Yeah.
Lovely flag.
This is the letter Yaz Z represents the free man.
Wow.
Amazigh, the free man. Tmazgha, North Africa. Tamazight language.
Thank you.
Saha.
Saha, welcome to the Berber Cafe, the Cafe Berber, dating back over 100 years. It is so cool in here, again underground, and I got to hold the Berber flag, which is so beautiful in colours. I've got a mint tea with almonds.
I have a Berber coffee.
And I'm going to just quickly try it. What do you do? Do you eat the almonds, do you think? I love
not?
mint
Give it a
tea.
go.
I can't actually get one right now. I just love mint tea, and we have a gazelle horn as well.
I think we actually tried this in Morocco before, and it is traditional at weddings. It's a dessert pastry type thing filled with, hold on,
Is it nuts?
like cherries and nuts. It's really good, very sugary. There seems to be a bit of a Berber party going on outside the cafe. Bye bye! So friendly, the Berbers. Hello. Can we get 2 Celtia, please? Thank you. Shukran. Cheers.
Cheers! We are back. I'm having a quick walk through the town of Matmata. Picked up some traditional Tunisian spicy crisps. Now we're in the coolest bar ever, the Star Wars Underground bar here, full of locals who love to drink.
I don't think
their
this was part of the
Celsius.
movie.
This isn't part of the movie, but I'm here for it.
You know, the craziest thing about this bar is actually located in the section of the hotel where, go away fly, the Star Wars Museum is located. So presumably this may have featured in one of the Star Wars films.
But not for a bar.
I presume Luke Skywalker wasn't sat here drinking a Celtia, looking out thinking what galaxy he's going to head to next, but it's pretty impressive.
Thank you. Yes, please. Thank you very much.
Right, voila.
Thank you. Aisha.
Thank you.
Wow, thank you.
You look so good. Very.
The sun has set, and seriously, at night it is even more otherworldly. You can see why they chose this location to shoot a lot of the Star Wars movies, but we are back in the Couscous restaurant for what you get if you opt in to have dinner. So it's 20 dinar if you opt in for dinner, right?
Yes.
You get a 3-course meal. So you get a soup to start, you get a brick, which is the Tunisian pastry, and then of course for the main, you get a couscous. I'm gonna try this.
Oh, I love that sound.
The crunch, the egg, the vegetables. Ayub, it's too good. It's really nice.
The crowning glory. You cannot come to Tunisia without having a Tunisian
This is
couscous.
huge. Ayub, you're going to have to help us eat this.
Yeah.
There's so much.
We won't finish that. This is crazy. £10 for both of us to have a 3-course meal. I feel like the only way to eat a couscous is to start
With the chilies.
with a roasted
I have to
chicken.
share a room with you.
Yeah, but they're like 50-50 whether they're going to be spicy or not.
I apologise. The toilet in France.
Don't be so grim. And then you eat the couscous.
This
I
could
don't
feed
know
the
how
whole
they do it.
village, like
It's
the size of it, and Ayub has just run off and left it for us.
It's like a curried couscous, and we're going to need Ayub back to finish it.
I'm very full, but I'm having to whisper because I don't want to wake people up in the cave room next door. So random, Star Wars hotel, cave. It's actually very comfortable. I'm going to get some sleep, see you in the morning.
Well, it is not the next morning. We actually didn't get to end our time at the Star Wars Hotel in the morning, but what an amazing stay it was that we had. Very unique and just something that was so worth the very long travel day. The food was good, the people were good, and being in the middle of nowhere for just a couple of days was really the best way to end our trip in Tunisia. It's one of our favourite countries. The people are genuinely friendly. They're so happy to see you. It deserves so much more tourists than what it gets at the moment. We started in Tunis. We spent a few days and literally tried the food, met the people, went market shopping, and then headed around the country, mainly along the coastline, and loved checking out the infamous transport system that is quite difficult. I hope they can sort that out for the people. But yeah, we are in a new destination now, which is Egypt. We haven't got to the best start, which you'll see in our upcoming videos, but I just wanted to leave this video on a high note and say how much we loved Tunisia. We hope that you enjoyed our series in Tunisia. Get ready for Egypt because it's a wild one. We'll see you in the next video from Cairo.